Get nice and comfortable. Relax back on your mat. Let's close our eyes and start to breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage. Exhaling out through the nose. You want to feel that same area of the body contract and empty. While we're breathing deeply through the nose, bring some awareness to your face and let's relax our eyes. Relax our jaw. And bring awareness into the neck and breathe away any tension from your neck and your shoulders. Let your breath travel down your arms, out through your fingertips. Now let your breath move into your hips. And let's breathe from our hips all the way down to the tips of our toes. And we're going to move into the spine and want you to breathe all the way down the length of your spine, weaving your breath in between each segment of your spine. Now let's inhale both arms to the sky and exhale behind us. Once your hands make it to the arms, make it to the mat, flex your feet, stretch out through your fingertips, and then spread out all of your toes, spread out all of your fingers. And then scrunch up your fingers and toes, spread them nice and wide, scrunch them up tight, spread them wide, and then let everything relax. Let's inhale the arms back up, and exhale, return them to our sides. We'll bring the left knee to the chest. Let's give it a good hug. And while it's in there, let's flex and point our foot. And then let's roll the ankle around, lead with your big toe, and reverse. And then we'll just rest our foot. From there, let's circle the knee. And reverse. And then just keep that knee tucked in nice and close to the body. Send that leg out and we'll switch legs, opposite knee to chest, flexing and pointing. Rolling the ankle around. And reverse. Let your foot rest and just keep hugging that knee in closer. Now let's bring the other knee in at the same time. Give ourselves a well-deserved hug and a few gentle side-to-side rocks. And then just come to center and let's circle both knees around and around. And then let's reverse. And then just hold the knees in nice and close. Now let's rest the feet down. Keep the knees bent. Separate your feet about hips distance, toes in, heels out, arms at our sides. Start to tighten the belly and slowly peel your spine off the mat. Let's lift into that shoulder bridge. Feel the work in the buttocks and the hamstrings, no pressure in the knees. And then equally as slowly, we're going to press back into the mat. Again, let's tighten the belly and slowly peel our way up. Pressing those hips nice and high. And then slowly release back down. Once again, tighten the belly as we're slowly peeling off the mat. Pressing into that bridge. And then let's make our way back down. Once we're all the way back down and we feel our spine restful on the mat, let's bring the knees back in for another hug. And a few more easy side-to-side rocks. And then those knee circles round and round. And reverse. And then from there, pull that belly button nice and tight. And on the next exhale, let's roll up. Once you've made it to an upright position, easy cross-legged. Palms to the sky, shoulders away from the ears. Closing our eyes and just continuing to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the nose. Let your chin drop to your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Let's lift the head, tip back to open our throat. Again, let's drop our chin to our chest. Lift our head and tip back to open the throat. Chin falls to chest. Lift the head and tip back to open the throat. And then just continue to sit tall, feeling that spine lifting off of the tailbone. Now let's turn our head to the left. Come back to center and we'll turn our head to the right. Come back to center, again turning left. Return to center and we turn right. And then return to center, let your chin drop to your chest. Now let's roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. Again, drop the chin and roll right. Drop the chin and roll left. Dropping the chin and roll right. And then let that chin rest on your chest. We'll bring the head back to neutral. And now let's place hands together at heart center. Let's inhale, open the arms and the heart. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. This time, just inhale, open, sitting nice and tall and straight. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, down. Again, inhale, reach high. And exhale, down. Now just the left arm, inhale high. Side bend to the right. Sweep forward and out. Come all the way back up. And float it down. Inhale, right arm up. Side bend to the left. Sweep forward and out, lifting back up. And let the arm lower. Now roll the shoulders and back to front. Good, let's try to go a little bit larger circles. And then just let both arms reach high to the sky. Nice, now let your hands press at your heart. Take another deep breath while we're here. And then let your body soften a bit, and let's make our way onto hands and knees. So once we're on all fours, shoulders should be over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet on the mat. Spread open those fingers nice and wide, turn your hands in slightly, and press through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. Let's sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow. Exhale, round for cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then we're back to neutral. So we want to keep that belly button nice and tight. Let's push out through the heel of our right foot. And then add the left arm forward and just turn your palm to the sky. Breathing into our balance. Let's exhale, lower, and we'll switch. Extend the left leg this time. Push out through the heel. Right arm forward, palm to the sky. Exhale, return to all fours. Now let's touch big toes, keep the knees apart and push back with your tailbone. Allow your chest to drop through your knees so you can get your forehead to the mat. And then turn your palms to the sky and stretch your fingers to the far end of your mat. Flipping the hands over, foundational hands. Let's tuck our toes and lift our tailbone. Moving into downward facing dog. Allow your head to dangle freely through your arms. Feel your ribs pulling closer to your thighs. Feel the back of your shoulder blades reaching toward your tailbone. Let's nod our head yes. And then gently shake it no. And then it's just going to hang there while we walk the dog. Lift and lower each heel individually. Now let's press both heels down as far as they'll go. And then let's inhale ourselves into a good strong plank. So we've got nice tight tummies. We should be pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles on each hand. That's going to keep weight from pushing into the wrists. Now let's go back up into down dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Now let's all modify to the knees. And on the exhale, elbows open. Chest comes down, then hips come down. Now the elbows tuck in. Press through tops of feet and hip bones. Lengthen spine. Rise into cobra. Exhale, elbows open, bringing us down. They come in closer as we inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Again, exhale, elbows open to bring us down. And then they tuck in as we inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Let's push back into extended child's pose. Again, let your chest drop to your knees, forehead to the mat, palms to the sky. Flip the hands over, tuck the toes, and come back up. Downward facing dog. Again, let's walk our dog a few more times. Press the heels down, and then inhale our way back into plank. Modify if you'd like, or exhale, we all lower in one piece. Elbows wide, chest down, hips down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Now exhale back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Let's try once more. Inhale to plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now we're going to step right foot forward between the hands. Once it's in place, shack is your knee over your ankle. Is your back leg long and straight with your head lifted. Runner's lunge. Let's step right foot back into plank and press back up into down dog. Now let's take left foot between the hands. And there we are, runner's lunge. And we'll step left foot back, returning us to plank. And again, downward facing dog. few more walks of our dog. Press the heels down. And inhale, return to plank. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, left foot steps forward. Toes are close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Now right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, coming up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale, heart. Again, inhale, sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Again, inhale to the sky. And exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back into plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Once more, inhale to the sky. Exhale as we fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, roll up. Touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Now let's extend the arms long at our sides. Feel your fingertips being pulled towards the earth as the top of our head is being pulled towards the sky. We can feel each and every one of our toes pressed into the mat. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale as we sink. Let's step back with our right foot and come into runner's lunge. Once there, we're going to push right heel down, turn right toes out. Align your left heel with the back of your right heel and start lifting up our body. Let's keep our hip bones facing forward, our shoulders squared out over those hips, and when you feel ready, you can add your arms for warrior one. And then just let the arms open nice and wide, stay long in the waist, and let's hinge forward, bringing us into a warrior airplane. And now while we're here, try lifting that right foot so we're in airplane lunge. Let's bring the right hand to the mat. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, let's begin to revolve up our body, sending left arm high, for twisting lunge. exhale, left hand back down. Send the left foot back into plank. Now we exhale and lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise for cobra. And exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to that plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Toes are close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot steps back. Starting out in runner's lunge. And then pushing left heel down and turning left toes out. Align right heel with back of left heel when ready. Start lifting upper body. Keeping hip bones forward, shoulders square. Arms extend. And you're one. Good. Now let the arms open. Stay nice and long in the waist. And let's hinge forward. So we want to bring our ribs close to our front thigh. And then try lifting to the ball of your left foot so that becomes airplane lunge. And then we're going to lower our left hand to the mat. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, start revolving the waist, sending right hand high for twisting lunge. And we'll exhale, right hand down. Send the right foot back into plank. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Let's return to standing mountain pose. Let's inhale again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink a little deeper. So we want to feel our ribs resting on our thighs. Let's take the hands behind us. Grab hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Slide those hands closer to the back of your ankles and try to just deepen that stretch. And then go ahead and release your hands. Giant step back with our right foot into runner's lunge. Once you feel that you're well established in your lunge, let's try lifting upper body. That becomes high lunge. And then if you wish, you can add some arms and make it a crescent lunge. And then as we exhale, let's fold forward again, returning to lunge, and then proceed to walk yourself around into a wide straddle. So now, facing the wide edge of our mat, we want toes in slightly, heels out slightly, hands directly under shoulders. Big inhale to look out. And then exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper down. So let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, we're going to press down through the palms. So we're going to push those arms as straight as we can. And then simply bend the right knee. So we're going to shift our weight to the right, but keep that left foot flat until you feel a stretch going up that inside left thigh. And then we'll pull right leg straight. And now bend the left knee and shift your weight to the left, keeping the right foot flat. So we're feeling that inner thigh stretch. And then let's come back to neutral center. Once there, we're going to raise our heels. So lift really high onto the balls of your feet. And then we'll press the heels down, rock back onto your heels so you can lift up your toes, spread them out nice and wide. And then go ahead and let your feet press flat. Push down through the palms again, inhale, flat back, look out. And then as we exhale, let's open our arms wide for our airplane straddle. And then really engaging that belly to bring us to an upright position, moving us into 5-pointed star. Feel that stretch going all the way across the heart center out through those fingertips. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth, and then inhale back up. Exhale, let's fold, and inhale to that sunflower. Exhale, fold, and inhale, sunflower. Once more, exhale, fold, and inhale, sunflower. And then we're just going to reopen into our 5-pointed star. Asking for a little bit more length out through those fingertips, a little bit more length from our spine. Let's lower the left arm down and make a full circle, returning to our star. And then lower the right arm down, making that full circle. And we're back to our star. From there, let's turn our left toes to the front end of our mat and align our left heel with our right arch. Keeping chest and hip bones facing the wide edge of your mat, begin to bend that left knee. And find your warrior two. Good. So we want to feel our body weight remain centered equally into both feet. Let's extend the left leg arm a little farther, lift the left, lower the right, push left palm to the sky, reverse warrior. And then from there, start to pull left leg straight without locking. Push up through that left palm. There's our reverse triangle. And then we'll make our way back into 5-pointed star. Or actually not 5-pointed star, it's just our start position where we're going to rebend the left knee and we can re-enter warrior two. From there, let's bring left forearm to left thigh, reach right arm high. So this would be our modified side angle or extended angle. We want to make sure that we're really keeping the front of our body rotated away from the mat. And right arm is going to lower down and around to make that circle and pull us right back up into warrior two. Good. Now pull left leg straight once again. And we're back to start. So now visualize yourself being pressed between two panes of glass. Start to pull that right hip right and reach that left arm as far away from the right hip as you can. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, you can send the left hand low and the right hand high. Let's press right hip slightly forward, pull right shoulder slightly back. Breathing into all that nice space. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's rebend the left knee. You can place that forearm back on your left thigh, or you can reach your left hand to the mat. And then as we exhale, upper body revolves. That way we can return to runner's lunge. Now step the left foot back to find your plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, let's lengthen, rise cobra. Exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. You can hang out there or you can insert a push-up. And then we're back up into down dog. From down dog, send the right heel behind you and start reaching it towards the sky to give us three-legged dog. And then let's step right foot through the hands, bringing us back into runner's lunge. From there, push your body weight forward onto your right foot. As you're straightening the right leg, let's send left leg behind us, hip level. So hands form a tripod with our right foot, and that's simply a tripod balance. We can stay in tripod, or we can inch that right thumb over so it's aligned with the right pinky toe. And then we can stretch that left arm to the sky, opening our left hip for half moon balance. Exhale, left hand down if it's lifted. Go ahead and step the left foot in. Toes are close, heels are apart. Now let's bend our knees like we're trying to sit down in a little tiny chair. And while we're lowering those hips, I want you to bring your knees closer together. And then you're going to lift your ribs away from your thighs and add your arms for chair pose. Now let's inhale, rise out of our chair. Exhale, hands to our heart. Inhale again, touch the sky. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. So again, rest your ribs on your thighs. And then bring your hands behind your legs so you can use your right hand to grab your left wrist. And then try to inch those hands closer to the back of your ankles. And then let your fingers release. Let's step back with our left foot into runner's lunge. So once you feel established in your lunge, let's try lifting up our body. And there's our high lunge. And then if you want to add the arms, you can form crescent lunge. And then let's exhale and bring the hands back to the mat. Once there, we're going to walk ourselves around into our nice open straddle. Toes are in, heels are out slightly. Hands directly under shoulders. First, let's inhale, look out. And then exhale, elbows bend, forearms come down, and our head drops. And then go ahead and press down into those palms, pushing the arms straight. Bend the left knee, so we're going to shift the weight to the left, keeping right foot flat. Again, focus on stretching that inner right thigh. And then come back to neutral and bend the right knee, shifting weight to the right, keeping left foot flat. And then back to center. Pressing down through the palms, pushing the arms straighter. Raise your heels. See if you can bring them up a little higher. Press the heels down, rock back onto the heels and lift up those toes. Spread them out even wider. And then let your feet firmly press into the mat. Again, press down through the palms, push the arms straight. Inhale, arms open wide for our airplane. And then really use that belly to slowly bring you to an upright position. Turning palms to the sky, toes in, heels out, tight pointed star. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold, brush the earth, and then inhale into sunflower. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sunflower. Exhale again, fold forward. Inhale, sunflower. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, sunflower. And then come back to five-pointed star. From there, let the right arm cross in front of your body, lift it to the sky, and then open it out. Left arm crosses the body, lifts to the sky, and open. Again, right arm across the body, lift and open. Left arm across the body, inhale, lift, and open. Now we're ready to turn right toes to the front end of our mat. Right heel should be aligned with left arch. Looking out past the right hand, let's start to bend the right knee. Finding that place where our body weight stays centered equally into both feet. Good, now stretch that right arm a little farther forward, lift the right, lower the left. Push right palm to the sky. Reverse warrior. Now start to pull right leg straight without walking. Continue to push through that right palm for reverse triangle. And then let's come back to warrior two. Let's rebend the right knee. And then place right forearm on right thigh, left arm to the sky. Keeping that chest rolled away from the mat. Let the left arm lower towards your hip and make a full circle. And then it's going to pull us right back up into warrior two. Good. Now right leg goes straight once again. So we're back to where we started. And we're imagining ourselves pressed between two panes of glass. So no leaning forward, no leaning backwards. Just start pulling that left hip left and reaching that right arm away from our left hip. Once we can't go any farther in either direction, send the right hand low and the left hand high. Remember, feel like you're pressing your left hip a little forward and rolling that left shoulder slightly back. One more inhale. On the exhale, start to rebend the right knee. Again, forearm on thigh is an option, or right hand all the way to the mat. And then start to lower that left arm down towards your hips. And let's bring ourselves back into runner's lunge. Sending right foot back. There's our plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. We can hang out there or insert a push-up. Press back up into down dog. And then extend through the right heel and start lifting that right leg higher and higher to the sky for our three-legged dog. Right foot steps through the hands. Runner's lunge. Once we've made it to runner's lunge, we're going to push weight forward onto that right foot, straightening right leg, and sending the left leg behind us hip level. That's going to bring us into our tripod balance. Remain like that, or align right thumb with right pinky toe. Oops, I think I did the wrong leg, didn't I? Let's bring the left foot down and we'll switch. Send the right leg back, and there's our tripod balance. Now we can again stay that way, or align left thumb with left pinky toe, roll right hip open, adding right arm to the sky, and that would be our half moon balance. And exhale, hand down if it's lifted. Go ahead and step right foot in. We've got big toes close, heels slightly apart. Now bend the knees. Again, think about sitting down in a little chair. While you're sitting down, you're going to pull your knees closer together, allowing you to lift your ribs from your thighs and add your arms along your ears. And then let's inhale, rise from our chair. Exhale, hands to heart. And then let your arms hang long at your sides. And that'll bring us back into standing mountain pose. So we're going to focus on the stability of our stance. We've got a good strong core. That's what's giving us stability. And then we're going to begin to shift our weight into our right foot. Once we feel that we have a nice full foot on the mat, let's bring left heel to right ankle bone. And we're going to proceed to grow into our own personal tree. Let's send our foot back to the mat. Coming back into that standing mountain pose. Let's take the hands together behind our back. And once we've got them hooked together, I want you to pull down with those hands. We're just going to open your heart, open your throat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, begin to fold forward. Lead with your ribs, let them press to your thighs. Drop your head and try lifting the arms higher. And then let's release the hands. And we'll inhale and slowly roll back up. Once you've made it back up, we're back into standing mountain pose. So again, focus on the stability coming from your core. So abdominals nice and firm, keeping that spine supported and open. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot, making sure we've got a good stance, wide spread toes. And then when you're ready, to begin to build our tree, right heel to left ankle bone. can place that right foot back to the mat. Bring the hands again together behind the body. Once they're hooked together, pulling downward to open the heart, open the throat. And then as we exhale, begin to fold forward. Pulling ribs to thighs, allowing the head to drop, and then sending the arms towards the sky. And then let's exhale, release our hands to the mat. Let's step back with the right foot and the left foot into plank. Press up into down dog. Walk your dog a few times. Press the heels down. And then again, inhale to plank. On the exhale, we're lowering, elbows open, chest down, hips down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, extended child's pose. Just through the knees, forehead on the mat, palms to the sky. Foundational hands, flipping them back over, we'll tuck our toes. Make our way back up into down dog. Now let's inhale ourselves into plank. Keeping right wrist directly under right shoulder, let's turn and open for side plank. Feel free to modify by setting the side of your right knee on the mat. And then let's exhale back around into plank. And we're back up into down dog. We'll step the right foot through the hands, bringing us into runner's lunge. And then once there, let's sink the left knee to the mat. Press through the top of the left foot. And then let's inhale and start lifting upper body. Move into crescent moon. And then we'll open the arms wide, stay long in the waist. Let's hinge forward into that modified airplane. And then let the hands return to the mat. Let's tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, return to lunge. Step right foot back into plank. Press back up into down dog. Walking our dog a few more times. Pressing the heels down, and then inhale to plank. So now we keep left shoulder over left wrist. We're going to open side plank, modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. Exhale back around into plank. Press back up into down dog. And now step the left foot forward. Once you've made it to our lunge, let's sink right knee down. Press through the top of the right foot, and then we'll rise into crescent moon. Open the arms, nice neutral spine. Let's pull forward into our modified airplane. And return the hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes under to lift the right knee. Step the left foot back, returning to plank. Press back up into down dog. And then let's come down onto all fours. Sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart cow. Exhale, round cat. Let's inhale cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And then we're back to neutral. Extend through the heel of your right foot. Add the left arm forward, palm to the sky. And when you feel ready, try lifting that left foot so it's not helping us balance. And then bring left foot and hand back down. Let's inch the right knee forward. We're going to bring it right up behind that right wrist. And then use that left hand to guide the right heel across the body, aiming at your left hip bone. Keep the right knee pointing out to the edge of your mat and start to inch the left leg a little farther back. Want to keep our weight centered over the left hip so it doesn't go into that right knee. And then just sink down wherever your body allows you to go. Once you've made it down, I want you to press down through the tops of your left toes and press into the outer edge of your right pinky toe. Now let's all make our way onto our forearms. Tuck your left toes under so you can lift that left knee, and that becomes second position pigeon. And then let's step the right foot back, bringing us into our forearm plank. Ease to the knees. Walk the hands in, so we're back to all fours. Sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale again, cow. And exhale, round cat. And then we're neutral spine. And we're going to push through the heel of our left foot this time, adding right arm forward, palm to the sky. And then try lifting that right foot so it's not helping us balance. And then we can bring the right hand and foot back down. And let's bring that left knee forward so it comes right up behind our left wrist. Using right hand to guide the left heel across the body. So aiming it at our right hip bone, pointing left knee to the outer edge of our mat. Start to inch that right leg farther back, and then let your body sink deeper down. Press down through the tops of your right toes and the outer edge of your left pinky toe. And then let's all make sure we're on our forearms. So we can tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee for our second position pigeon. And then from there, let's step the left foot back, returning us to forearm plank. And then we can ease to the knees. Walk the hands back in so we're back to all fours. One more time, sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart, cow. And then exhale, round for cat. We're back to neutral spine. We're going to keep big toes close. Separate the knees a bit more and push that tailbone way, way back. Drop your chest through your knees. Forehead comes to the mat. And then we're going to take that left arm and pass it through the right armpit. So I want you to sink down onto your left shoulder. Breathe across upper back and back shoulder. Bring that arm out and we'll switch. And then bring that arm back out and just stretch a little bit further. We can walk the hands in closer to our knees. Lift up our body, and we'll come around and have a seat. Once we're seated, let's start with hands on either side of our hips and just press down through your palms. Feel like you're sitting at attention. And relax a little bit. We'll let our fingers walk forward. Push back through your tailbone. Melt your upper body into your thighs. And then we'll slowly come back up. Let's keep our right leg straight and bend our left knee. We want to walk our foot in nice and close to the body. Keeping both of our sit bones on the mat. Start by just wrapping your arms around. And then we're going to keep that right arm wrapped around the bent left knee. Send the left hand behind you close to your tailbone. Push down into your palm. So you actually feel yourself get a little taller, keeping that spine open. Take a big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to rotate a little farther at the waist so we can look over that left shoulder. Let's exhale, untwist. Stretch that left leg back out. Hands that go on either side of our hips, pushing down through the palms. And then we're going to walk the hands forward and push back through the tailbone. And then come on back up. And we'll switch. So now we'll keep left leg straight. Let's bend the right knee. Walk the foot in nice and close. Start by wrapping your arms around. And then we'll keep the left arm wrapped around. Put the heel of your right hand close to your tailbone. Really press down into your palm, making that spine longer. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, rotate at the waist to look farther over your shoulder. And then as we exhale, let's untwist. And we'll stretch that leg out straight. From there, let's take the legs wider. We're going to push out through the heels of our feet. Let your hands rest between your legs, and then proceed to fold forward. And think about really continuing to press out through the heels. Lead with your belly button. So you don't want to round the spine. You want to feel this in the inner thighs, the outer hips, and the hamstrings. Let's inhale our way back up, and we'll bring our legs back together. Once they're together, we're going to bend the knees and just put our hands behind our thighs. So I want you to drop your shoulders, keep your head held high. Now feel your belly button pulling in. That's going to keep your spine straight, and we're going to find our balance on our tailbone. And then when you feel ready, let's start to extend the legs. Take them as far as you can without allowing your back to round out. And then see about extending the arms to the sky. And then we're going to let just the arms open. I want you to point your fingers right at your butt and come back onto your forearms without sinking into your shoulders. And then we're going to bend the knees and just place our feet back on the mat. From there, let's ease all the way down. Once we've made it down, let's place our right ankle on our left thigh, and then just use your right hand to push gently on that right inner thigh. And then lift your left foot. Now, thread your hands behind the left thigh and try to bring both legs in closer to your body. And then try extending the left leg straight up to the sky and walking your hands up closer to your left ankle. And rebend the left knee. We're going to put the foot back on the mat. From there, cross your right leg farther over the left leg. Open the arms wide and begin to drop your knees to the left as you look to your right. And then we'll bring our knees back up. Let's uncross. And now take that left ankle, place it on your right thigh, and use your left hand to push on that left inner thigh. Meanwhile, we're going to lift the right foot, and then we're going to thread the hands behind the right thigh, pulling both legs closer to the body. And then try extending the right leg towards the sky and walking your hands up towards your ankles. And then let's rebend the right knee. Foot goes to the mat. Left leg's going to cross over the right leg even farther. Open your arms wide. Allow your knees to drop to the right and look to your left. And then let's bring the legs back to neutral. Go ahead and uncross. Once they're uncrossed, we're going to let the knees fall open. Soles of the feet can rest together. Use your hands to push gently on the inner thighs. And then let's bring the knees back together. And separate your feet so they're about hips distance, toes in, heels out, arms at your sides. Let's tighten the belly and return to shoulder bridge. And then we'll slowly start to sink back down. Once we're all the way back down, bring those knees into your chest nice and close. Add in those side-to-side rocks. Circle the knees round and round. And reverse. And then just keep the knees centered and let's stretch both legs to the sky. Push out through your heels, arms at your sides. That would be our modified shoulder stand. It allows blood flow to circle back to the heart to cool and calm the body. You can stay in the modified version, or if you want to pursue a full shoulder stand, you have to make sure you're using those abs to do the holding, so we're not sinking down. And then let's all bring knees to chest. If you're in full shoulder stand, first it's knees to ears, arms to the side so we can roll down and we all end up with those knees to chest. And then use your hands to pull them in even closer, where we get to rock a few more times side to side. Do a few more knee circles round and round. And go the other way. And then while you've got the knees pulled in, do a nice little flex and point with our feet. A couple little ankle rolls around and reverse. And then just let your feet rest So we'll take one leg out at a time to the mat. Once we've got our legs fully extended on the mat, you can rest your arms at your sides, palms to the sky. And we're going to continue to breathe deeply in and out through the nose. And I want you to guide your breath around the body, looking for any places that remain tense or tight, or areas of the body that give you some kind of issue. Let's send away all of our anxious thoughts and spread random acts of kindness to all sentient beings.